Hey y'all, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making some notebooks using the pages from Sunflowers and Dors for my guest design team project. This kit is called the Steampunk Blues kit, and it's the one that includes the bonus pages. So what I did for this part of my project is, instead of printing the pages in landscape, I printed them in portrait so that I had smaller pages because I wanted some small notebooks. And I started this one, and I wanted two. So I started this one, and I thought I would share. I also made some what I call coffee stenciled paper, where you take a stencil and you spray it with coffee, and you lay it on your paper, and then you spray the other side, and you lay your second sheet on, and you will get two different impressions off of the same stencil. So I did make some of these papers to go into here, and I just cut them down to fit. So I printed these and I cut them out, and then I backed them onto a paper bag. And the reason why I'm using paper bag is because I happen to have a grocery bag laying here, a brown paper grocery bag, and I was cutting these tags out and laid them on top, and the colors just are really pretty together. So I decided, okay, I'll use this paper bag for my project. So each of the notebook covers, the inside is paper bag, brown paper bag. And then I also cut the tabs out from the kit, these little whale tail looking tabs. And I inked around those. The ink I'm using, because I'm using the lighter pages for this part of my project, I'm using Distress ink in Antique Linen. Here's the other one. I put a piece of the stenciled paper in here, and then I printed a full sheet of one of the background pages from the kit on the front and back, and I cut that in half. This is coffee dyed paper. Here's the other half of that sheet. Here's the other half of my coffee stenciled paper. And then I did put a piece of paper bag in the center. So then once I figure out which pages I want to use, I will then take my tear ruler or my cutter or whatever I'm going to use. And for these, I ripped these pages down to the size that I needed to fit into the cover. And then I will just take my string and an awl or whatever other pokey tool you use. And I have a large dictionary that I use to help me do this. And for these little notebooks, I'm just gonna... Really, sir? Apparently my dog needed to scratch himself against the door. Guesstimate the center, and I'm just gonna guesstimate these because they're just little notebooks to use. And then I will stitch this together with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. cheater out. Guys, I got this one at Walmart. Sorry, that's my oven dinging. I'm baking a peach pie today. Janlin. I know I got this at Walmart for like, I don't know, $1.50. It's really nice. All right, I'm gonna go in through the center. And I'm gonna go back through the top. Down through the bottom. Oops. Now I've already chosen where I want to put my tabs. And we'll go back through the center. Make sure that one string is on one side of this and one string is on the other side. Tighten it up just a little bit, not enough to buckle it. Cut my needle off. And now I'm just gonna tie it in a knot. Okay, and then I'm gonna tie it in a bow. And then I'll just barely cut these strings. And that will give some length if someone wants to untie this and add things to the bottom of the strings. Okay, so now we have a little notebook. Okay, and I want to add my tabs. Let me put this away. So I'm just going to take my Eileen's tacky glue. Really dirty tacky glue apparently. And I put glue on both sides because I want these really stuck together well, because I'm planning on putting an eyelet in them so that I can hang something off of them. So the first one, I'm just gonna line it up with barely the edge here. And then the second one, I'm gonna glue it a little bit further down the page so that I can see all the tabs from the front of the notebook. So here's this tab. So I want to come over just a little bit, but I also want to make sure it's not taller, too much taller than the other tab. I'm okay with that. Oops. Well. It happens. So guess what we just created? We're gonna turn this into a pocket here. Well, that's interesting. With a tab on top. Because now that I have glued that down, if I go to take this off, it's gonna tear. So we'll just make a pocket. Fabulousness of junk journaling, we now have a pocket here. And I ended up pushing the tab too low. Okay, and then we'll put our third tab on and try not to make that same mistake, yeah? Nothing wrong with having an extra pocket inside your notebooks. Wasn't planned. Okay, I'm gonna turn it this way so it's easier for me to see. Make sure I only catch one page. We're gonna go about here. It's all right. Let me go in a little more. Okay, so now I have my tabs. Okay. So this part I'm gonna do off camera, but I'm going to put some eyelets in. I'm gonna put some eyelets in the blank corners. Just have to decide what to do about the B. I may not put I'm not gonna put an eyelet in the B. Okay, notebook number 1 with a pocket. Done. Thanks for watching, y'all. You can find all of the information for Sunflowers and Dors and my pages and the links to this kit down below.